And that, knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Karkadash. Give double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and women who follow. This is the brother Karatazar from the GMS Nebraska camp coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This one being entitled "Everything is Lining Up," and that's a play on the planetary alignment that's currently going on. All right, as you can see, it says on January 25th, 2025, all the planets in our solar system will align and will be visible in the night sky. All right, so here's just a quick picture that you can see everything yourself. And man, this should be a faith booster for brothers, and these planets are going to be visible for some time. It's like it for some time. Let me see if I can find the actual. Yeah, I'll let her talk. So you can't tell me that that's not special, especially knowing the scriptures. This is Genesis 1:14. It says, "And the power said, Let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years." So when you see these planets align like this, you know it's not just a cool random event. All right. The Lord is trying to tell you something. All right. That's how you should take it. You should look for um the deeper meaning to it, not just the beautiful aesthetics of the situation. Okay, and not only is this a planetary alignment happening, um and I believe it said let me see, on February 28th. Yeah, on February 28th, um there's actually going to be a seventh planet, aligning. So between, for the next month, you know, is signs in the heaven. So we definitely, need to be on point, keep our eyes to the streets, watching what's going on. Trump is moving fast. Prophecy is coming to pass. Um, I know a lot of people aren't talking about the war over there in Ukraine and Russia, but that's still a hotbed. That confrontation is still going on. Just because we're kind of removed from it, we don't hear the gunshots, we don't hear the bombs, we're not seeing the people die on a daily basis. But that conflict is still hot as ever. You know, um, we just gotta keep looking, keep watching what's going on. Half the country's under snow. The down south is under snow. Let me see. See if we can get an image. Like, look at this. This is crazy. You know, that's the ocean. That's crazy. Once in a lifetime, snow hits parts of the U.S. South. Once in a lifetime, snow hits during a once in a lifetime planetary event that won't repeat for 400 years. Really? But but it's all a coincidence. And guess what? I guess this coincidence with the lunar eclipse and a blood moon at the same time just so happens to hit on the Passover. Which is going to be fully visible to Babylon. All right, let's check this out. Fully visible to Babylon. You know, the Lord is telling us something. We're getting closer and closer. Now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Okay, this is Daniel chapter 6 and verse 26. It says, "I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear for the power of Daniel, for he is the living power." Right, the God of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, he is the true one power. Okay, it says, "And steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and he rescueth." He's the one who's going to bring salvation to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's going to get us out of this hellhole, same as he delivered us out of Egypt. Okay, same as he brought us back to our culture. He's going to get us out of the second Egypt, which is America. It says, "And he worketh signs and wonders in heavens." It's like signs and wonders in heaven and in earth. Who has delivered Daniel from the power of the lions? Right? If he delivered Daniel from the power of the lions, okay. If he strengthened David to kill Goliath, if he made the sun sit still, let's see if we can get that real quick. I believe it's in Deuteronomy or Joshua. Joshua. Yeah, this is Joshua chapter. Let me see. This is Joshua chapter 10, and I'll start at verse 12. It says, "Then spake Joshua to the Lord, Yahweh, in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemy." And is this not written in the book of Jasher? "So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven and hastened not to go down about a whole day." This is that same power, all right, that made the sun stay still and the moon to stay still. All right. And he did what? He allowed us to revenge ourselves upon the enemies. So these planetary alignments, they're controlled by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. And everything being lined up right now, hey, that's a message. Everything being lined up in February, at the end of February, that's a message. This total lunar eclipse, okay, and blood moon on the Passover, a spiritual day, okay, which is another representation of Yahweh Shai's sacrifice. That's a message. We have to keep our spiritual eyes open and our spiritual ears open. All right, the Lord is He's telling us something. So when you go to Luke chapter 21 and verse 25, it says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." Right? Because of course, the moon controls the tides with the seas and the waves. But hey, the Lord said there's going to be signs in the sun and in the moon. All right. So all of this going on, this is the Lord speaking to us. It says men's hearts failing for them, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then they shall see the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai, coming in a cloud with great power and great glory. That's what we look for. When you look at the raw headline, it says the return of Hamashiach, and then it gets into the signs of the sun and the moon and the stars. So am I saying Yahweh Shai is coming this month, or in a month and a half, 2 months during the Passover? No, that's not what I'm saying. But before Batman turns up, you got to hit that back signal, you know. And yeah, this could be a bat signal, you know. Hey, it's a faith builder. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has not forsaken us. All right. He's gonna deliver us. So when you go into the David Guzik, all right, for Luke 21 and 25, it says signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars and the earth, distress of nations. We just spoke about, like, the war, for example, that's going on in Ukraine and Russia. All right, that's a distress of nation. All right, it says with perplexity. It says history records no adequate fulfillment of these words in 70 A.D. or immediately following. It says Yahweh Shai here looked to a later aspect of the ultimate fulfillment of his return at the end of the age, right? So in these times, so when it speaks about signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, it wasn't speaking about when the temple was destroyed. It wasn't speaking about when he came back and showed himself, when he um when the last days began. He's speaking about in these times, when all is to be fulfilled. It says this is a kind of total chaos and calamity. It says this kind of total chaos and calamity is described in horrific detail in Revelations 6, 8, 9, and 15 through 18. It says all this will culminate in the dramatic, spectacular return of Yahweh Shai coming with his church, to this earth. So, and then that's when the Lord will be glorified, right? So that's what we look for. We look for Yahweh Shai to come back and deliver us. Okay. And this is a sign, this is a faith booster. Like I said, the whole Babylon is going to be able to see it. Everyone in Babylon is going to be able to see it. All right. Everyone's going to get the message, so to speak. This message is being broadcasted every night for the next month. Okay. But this message, this is like a more blatant message. Let's see, what is a blood moon? A total lunar eclipse is sometimes called a blood moon because of the reddish tinge of the full moon takes when it is fully eclipsed. The term is also frequently used to describe four total lunar eclipses that occur in a row. Right, so yeah, you have the sun on one side, the earth in the middle, and the moon on the other side. So hey, call on Yabashim Al-Shai. Brothers, just stay vigilant. Stay on point. Let's get that. This is Ephesians chapter 5 and 15. It says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." You know, knowing your surroundings, knowing what's going on around you. Okay, not just your immediate surroundings, but knowing what's going on. Geopolitically, what's going on in our government. So you're gonna have to be on these articles. When I say you, I'm speaking to myself first. We got to be up on these articles. We got to keep sharing information, and doing these lessons, keep pushing this word. And verse 16 says, "Redeeming the time, because the days are evil." It's few days left. This work is almost done. The family of the word's coming soon. So we need to push this message to as many people, all right, as best as we can, until we can't push it anymore. Because once that mercy door closes, work's done, you know. So, we don't want to be left behind. We don't want that saying, "I never knew thee." So as beautiful as the time it is, it's also a scary time, you know. But if you are sincere and you're doing your job, then you don't have nothing to worry about, because the Lord's going to fight for you. The Lord's, who put their trust in the Lord was confounded. All right, so as long as you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's, being a brother, um, not just robotically being in His truth, but trying to be a vessel for the Lord to reach His people, okay, and everything is to the glory of Yahweh Shem Shai. So with that being said, Lord's word is edifying, and we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Makar Gadash. Give double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and women who follow. Shalom.